Brighton's finest.
Juice.
It's a subculture of people on the internet who believe that they're non-human. They believe themselves to be animal spirits mainly, I think. And we were completely oblivious to that until we started receiving messages from people who believe that they are Otherkin and asking us what we have to do with Otherkin, if anything at all. And we just tell them our drummer's a goat or something. And they tend to kind of leave us alone. They seem quite nice, though, I got to say. They send us messages quite a lot. And a lot of the time they say they like the music.
Yeah.
But most of the time they're quite confused as to why we're called Otherkin, which is fair enough.
Excellent.
I'm confused too.
Yeah, well, I'll have to look that one up just to
yeah.
get my head around it.
Yeah, you'll find some pretty neat stuff.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so in Ireland, obviously, you've been doing extremely well, haven't you? The album, went to number 2, I believe.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, went to number 2.
And that's no mean achievement in a place like Ireland, for a very rich musical kind of culture.
Yeah, we were up against. I don't think we probably realised at the time that we set the album release, but Shania Twain put out her album. I think she went to number 1 in the UK actually.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd get completely through by the likes of Shania. I think Miley Cyrus had an album out, Demi Lovato. I think we surprised everybody, even ourselves, and we got to number 2, which was great. We were really happy. We were in England when we found out the news, actually.
Right.
So fireworks aren't legal back home.
Are they?
They obviously are in the UK, so we stocked up and we set off a load of fun stuff. It was a good night.
Excellent. They're illegal in Ireland, are they? Fireworks?
They are, yeah.
Wow,
you have to go over the border.
I didn't know
to
that.
Get them. Yeah, it's crazy.
Can you set them off in Ireland, or you can't legally buy them in Ireland?
Can't buy them in Ireland, can't set them off.
Okay.
Unless you have, I think, a special permit.
Yeah.
So, it just means that whenever we get to a place where we can buy fireworks and there's a reason to set them off, we tend to get many of them and set them all off.
So I guess that's a hangover, is it, from the so-called Troubles, the Irish bombing?
That actually might be. Yeah, I never even considered that. That could have something to do with it.
Yeah.
But I suppose ironically enough, in order for us to get them, we have to go up north.
Yeah.
Because they're legal over there. So.
Right.
I don't know what the thinking is behind it, to be honest.
That's quite unusual.
Worth investigating. All right.
It's quite weird because we have a massive one in Lewis. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. The Lewis bonfire. No, it's only a small town just outside of Brighton, but it literally is probably the biggest fireworks event in the country, and it's pretty anarchic. People are just throwing fireworks everywhere, yeah. So if you want some firework action, come to Lewis on the 5th of November.
5th of November. Damn, I think we're going to be in Europe by then. We missed Halloween.
Right.
We're going to be in Holland on the night of Halloween, and they don't celebrate Halloween until November, so we essentially missed Halloween completely.
Right. Damn.
Yeah, we still might dress up, but I don't think anybody else in the city is going to be dressed at all.
No.
But, we paid for those ABBA costumes, so goddamn we're going to wear them.
Okay, great stuff. Good. So tell me a bit about the album. It was your debut album, obviously, and it was recorded in Ireland, I think, wasn't it? And then mixed in London as well. Who does the songs? How is the songwriting? How does that materialise for the band?
It's pretty democratic. I mean, we'll all individually write our own, I suppose, riffs and ideas and sketches of songs. But most of the time, a lot of the songs, especially the ones that end up in the album, came from us, locking ourselves away in a cabin down the country and just letting cabin fever set in and altered mind states and just see what came out of that. So pretty much everything in the album was just a result of us being in a room and just coming up with riffs on the fly.
Yeah.
And I think you can kind of hear that in the album. It's a very live sounding album. It's very, everything is quite full on, which you're going to get from, I suppose, 4 guys together in a very, very small room, all struggling to be heard over each other. So yeah, it's completely democratic.
And you in particular, what would you say your musical kind of love is? What were you growing up with? What was the sort of thing that really got you into rock and roll?
I suppose the sort of stuff that really got me into rock and roll. Geez, well, where I'm from, Slane, they have a very well known concert held there every year. It's the largest open air one in Ireland. I think it's actually the largest open air festival in Western Europe, or sorry, like single day event in Europe.
Yeah.
And it's had, like, when I was growing up, I saw Rolling Stones there, I saw Queens of Stone Age, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Iggy and the Stooges, like just loads of iconic bands who played basically, you know, a kilometre away from my house every year. So that would have really kind of kick-started my appreciation of that kind of music. And I suppose the early bands that I would have been into as a result were like Red Hot Chili Peppers. And when I got into school, it got a bit more, you know, I guess Nirvana were one of the first ones too. And then just like Oasis were a huge fixture. Blur, I'm a massive Blur fan. And then from all that kind of foundation, I just got into deeper and deeper stuff, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I've always been, guitar music has always been my primary fix, I suppose.
In my notes, it says Lars Ulrich has endorsed you guys. I don't know if that means much, or if that's something that's actually happened, or even how you feel about it, you know.
Yeah, well, it was basically, you know, the way he has his Beats One radio show.
Yeah.
And he has I think he has the show is called It's Electric or something, where he showcases guitar music from, I don't know, just new guitar music and old guitar music that he's into. And we just basically got a notification on Twitter one day from Lars Ulrich's account saying, you know, on tonight's Beats One show, and Otherkin were tagged, and we were like, oh my God. Because two of the guys are massive Metallica fans. Yeah. And sure enough, we listened in. And it's actually, if you get the opportunity, I urge you to go listen to it, because aside from it being about us, it is actually a very, very funny piece anyway.
Yeah.
So he plays a song of ours called Yeah, I Know. And the song is over, and he's like, hear it, you know, it's electric. It is our duty to point out insane riffs when they come along. And I've got one for you here. And then he starts looping the main riff over for like, I'd say like 4 minutes, and just starts like singing over it and doing Irish accents with the other guy on the show. It's the most bizarre thing ever. But yeah, he really dug the song. Yeah. And it was a great, I suppose, endorsement to get.
Definitely.
Because obviously he's a Goliath, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not a huge Metallica guy, but two of the guys in the band were, and they were like just freaking out about it. So yeah.
Excellent.
There you go.
Excellent stuff. And just with regards to the album again, the OK, I've also read that that you showed real commitment to your art. You and the drummer have both had fresh OK tattoos committed to your bodies for the.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, on our wrists. So mine is the wrist that ended up on the cover. Our drummer, unfortunately, was not so lucky. His arm is a bit, it looks kind of like emaciated or something. I don't know. Maybe he's got some sort of condition, but it didn't look too aesthetically pleasing when we when we tried to knock it all up.
Well, he's got it for life now, I think, almost, pretty much.
Yeah. No regrets, huh?
No, absolutely not. Okay, yeah. Cool. Have you just been to Brighton, by the way? Have you just been, I know you've been on doing a few dates with In Heaven, but you didn't come to Brighton.
Yeah, we didn't do Brighton with them. The last time we were in Brighton, we played Pattern with the Amazons.
Right, okay.
That was, I think that would have been around March.
Yeah.
And yeah, God, what a show that was. That was incredible. So yeah, we always love coming back to Brighton because it's just a deadly spot. It's quite similar to Dublin in a way, the vibe of the people.
Yeah.
And the easygoing nature of it all. And it's definitely one of our favourite, you know, I know I'm talking to you guys, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. It's definitely one of our favourite places.
I believe it when people actually genuinely say they like Brighton, because, you know, what's not to like, basically? It's a lot of great music down here, and there's a lot of stuff to do. So it's fun.
Yeah. Class.
Okay, brilliant. So, well, we look forward to seeing you. I'm going to start the UK tour on the 22nd, Manchester. Then I think you're finishing in Brighton, and then you're going to Europe, and then coming back to do some shows in December as well. And then I guess you're just basically trying to get some shows all over the place for 2018. Just basically spread the word, the Otherkin word.
Completely, yeah. The gospel of the kin.
Brighton's finest.
Juice.